This strategy, this fair value gap strategy, has made me more than $13,000 today on these evaluation Apex accounts. And you can see that this is a real broker. I'm gonna also show you the statistics so you can see that it's like truly real, it's not fake. So right here you can see it's today, and I had 9 trades, 8 winning trades and 1 losing trade on all of these accounts. They are all copied with each other. So now let me show you the fair value gap strategy that I'm using to make this much money in a day. And you can use this strategy to pass any accounts. Okay, so you can use it on crypto, you can use it on forex, you can use it on indices, which is what I do. So let's waste no time and get right into the strategy. So first, for those that don't know what fair value gap is, it's very simple. It's a set of 3 candles, just like here, where the middle one has this gap in between. So this right here is bearish fair value gap because first candle's low is higher than third candle high. And the same applies for the bullish one. First candle high is lower than third candle low. And there is this gap right here. Okay, so this is bearish one. So you can use red color. And this one is bullish fair value gap. So you can use green color. Now that we all know what fair value gap is, let me show you the strategy, okay? And also guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you some backtesting so you all can see how this actually all works together. So first thing you need to know is where the market is going. So we are either bullish or bearish. That's simple market structure. Bullish, we go higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. Simple. Bearish, same thing, just, to the opposite side. So today, if you look at the chart, we can see that we are making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and lower lows. So we were overall bearish. When I know that we are bearish like this, what I'm waiting for is for the price to go above some liquidity. For example, we are on a 15-minute chart. And what I'm looking for is like going into liquidity, which is a swing high in this example where we are bearish, and into some point of interest, which can be a fair value gap on the higher time frame. So 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. I want to see the price to go into this 15-minute fair value gap, which on lower time frame will look like this, or this is how it will look like on lower time frame, and this is how it will look like on the 15-minute chart. So this is 15-minute, this is 5-minute. Okay, so I wait for the 15-minute fair value gap to be touched with this swing high being taken out on the 5-minute, and then I wait for the price to go down on even lower time frame, so on the 1-minute. So right here I go to the 1-minute. So you can see that we started from 15-minute to 5-minute and then 1-minute. So we go into this fair value gap, we go down, and now I look for either fair value gap or inverse fair value gap. It's very simple what inverse fair value gap is. I'm gonna just tell you right now. So inverse fair value gap is, for example, this fair value gap right here. And inverse fair value gap is when the candle closes above a normal fair value gap. So if we have a bearish fair value gap and a bullish candle closes above, it's inverse fair value gap. And you can use that as also like a point of interest and a place where you can enter a trade. So we are on the 1-minute chart. Then I want to see fair value gap here or inverse fair value gap and enter on this fair value gap, or if we have inverse fair value gap, I just enter on the candle that closed above. And don't worry if this sounds confusing or anything, I'm gonna show you in the backtest right now. So let's get right into it. So right here, you can see that the market is going down, right? So we are bearish. Now here we have this move down. What I like to do is use the fib and enter or target the higher part, but you know, not always you can get that. But in this example, you will look for this entry on this fair value gap because that's the optimal trade entry. You know, if you enter here, you might get into more trades, you might not miss as much of them, but you will lose way more. So just a couple tips, okay? Enter above 50% of fib. Simple, okay? Very simple. And you want to enter on some fair value gap or something like that. So 15-minute chart. Now let's go to the 5-minute. And we want to see this swing high being taken out, this liquidity, and with touch of this fair value gap. So this 5-minute candle touched this high, touched the fair value gap. Let's go to the 1-minute chart. And now I'm looking for a fair value gap or inverse fair value gap. And what you can also do is not to go only on the 1-minute chart, but you can go 2-minute, 3-minute, 30-second. It's really up to you. And it like the higher the time frame, the basically the more important it is. So if we're on the 3-minute chart, we can see that there is this inverse fair value gap right here, and also a normal fair value gap. So what I would do is enter one position. Let's see if we get, okay, I would enter a second one here. And my stop loss, okay, so let's see, this trade might actually be losing one. My stop loss would be above, close above this fair value gap. So stop loss like this, take profit. I like to do 1 hour, you can do 2 hour. This is up to you. So let's see. And again, I'm watching the 5-minute chart. I see another touch. I go lower time frame again. And when I see a fair value gap, I'm gonna enter again. All right, so we have inversion here. So entering a trade. We touch this fair value gap too. So entering another trade. And this is how you can, you know, build your position up. So, and you can see how the price here is holding below the 50% of this fair value gap, of this 15-minute fair value gap. And that's a good, like, that's a good sign for us. So let's just wait how this price will move. So it's still good. Go to the higher time frame. And look, right here on this lower time frame, you can see that it's just like chopping, you know, and you might just get like stopped out because you're just scared. That's why you want to go to the higher time frame, and there is like nothing happening basically. All right, so you can go to the lower time frame again. See if we have any possible entry. There is like another inversion here, so you could just add another position. And you can see it's starting to move again. So right here, it would be 1 hour. So like this would be 1 hour. So we would maybe take some profit here. And this is another very great tip, is always take partials, always. So you take partials on 1 hour, maybe 10 handles. And then when it reverses, you're still in profit. Right now, I would move my stop loss to break even or a little bit in profit. So let's see, and you can see that very easy. So let's just look at one more trade. So I'm sure that you will understand this, and it's very simple, okay? So now let's look at the bullish example. Take the fib on the fair value gap that's below the 50%. Now let's wait for the 15-minute candle to touch. We are inside. 5-minute candle. We took out this liquidity right here. Let's go to the 1 minute. We can see this fair value gap will also have an inversion here. So let's enter the position. Our stop loss, once again, below this fair value gap, the 15-minute one. So stop loss here. And let's just look how this trade plays out. And again, 1 hour and 2 hour here. And we can build our position as we go. So we can see that we had the inversion here. So we would like enter another trade. Then again, this fair value gap here. So maybe another one. And look, my entries now are not the best, but that's just to show you how this strategy works. So let's see the entries, okay? First, we had 5-minute or the 15-minute candle went into this 15-minute fair value gap. We took out liquidity on the 5-minute one, on the 5-minute chart. Took out the liquidity. Then we go to the 1 minute. We went up, left the fair value gap, enter on this fair value gap, enter on this fair value gap, enter on this inversion once it's made. And now just let it ride and take profit along the way up. You see, we might not touch this, so just take profit, move our stop loss, and see how this goes. It's teasing us, and simple as that. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Also, I'm streaming live every single day, so see you there too.